Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. 20 wins in a row? What is there to complain about? Well, my mic's a little squeaky, but apart from that, there's a lot to complain about, which is good for video. PHQVZRD3. Speed, I'm gonna let you have this one. The speed's not that bad. Spacebar item, I'm gonna let you have it. I think Black Hole is actually good. I think it's better than not that bad. Tarot card, I'm gonna let you have this one. I think the Chariot is A-okay. Everything else, a little spotty. Just a little spotty, okay? Tears, rate of fire, the speed at which we fire tears out of our face. I know that's 3. Originally I was gonna say tears and damage. Then I accidentally basically said tears twice, so I thought I would play it up as a joke. But that's gonna be okay. This room strikes me as a good opportunity to try that on for size. I feel like that's a secret room, so this must not find the secret room. The black hole, that is. Really, I'm happy we have HP, but this run is pretty close to being very, very, very dangerous. If we had like 2 spirit hearts instead of 2 red hearts, I'd be freaking right now. Instead, though, I think we're probably good for the near future. Really would like to pick up a little bit of, it's not even like offensive potency, you know. I don't want to sound ungrateful. I'm grateful for every victory in Isaac. I'm grateful to some base level for every single item I get in the game that provides some kind of benefit. Like, I am not even mad to have Lost Protector. I think that item is fine, and in a real pinch, it's no orbital, but you know, you can almost make some magic happen there. As is right now, we're just a little bit... Oh, that was so lucky. Oh, we have Bomb Bag as well. And Bomb Bag is real useful. We probably... You know what? I'm actually really grateful that I don't have Black Hole. Because if I had Black Hole, I would have used it. That was real bad. And if I had used it... Thank you, Ghost Pepper. Range up's worthless, but if I had had it, it would have sucked up the haunts. And if it didn't kill the haunt in time, we might have found things a little spooky there. But, here's the thing. Fair enough. I was gonna buy a Spirit Heart. I thought to myself, well, if you buy a Spirit Heart, you won't be able to get an arcade. But I think Deal with the Devil is so appropriate and so important, I should say, that it took precedence. But, hey. You know, the fart wants what the fart wants. That's Disney's message, and ergo my message as well. Ergo my message, ergo. I don't want to talk about the fact that I got hit there. I wasn't really playing chicken, I was just nervous about dodging to the bottom and then having this guy maybe be like, hey, now I'm gonna walk into you. Can I just get a little Ghost Pepper action, please? Just a little Ghost Pepper shot. A single... Okay, well, never mind. I do think, or at least I have a hunch that that's a library above us. That's useful, but I mean, it's my own fault, but it's a little late here to give us the 100% chance. But you know what? We'll just have to make lemonade out of lemons. I just thought that was a weird expression, you know? Here's why. It's a good idiom. This is not an instance of Northernlion's bad idioms. But it is something I think is almost self-evident. You know, what do you do when life gives you lemons? You make lemonade. The central premise falters for me because 2 reasons. One is, I don't think lemons are bad. I don't want to eat a lemon. I don't want to eat a lemon by itself. Sometimes, you know, if we're cooking with a lemon or a lime, I'll take like a little... Like, I'll bite it a little bit, but I'm not going to actually consume the flesh of the lemon or the lime. I find it unpalatable. However, there's lots of things that are bad by themselves but make good ingredients. You know, could you not just as easily make the expression like, what do you do when life gives you flour? Nobody's going around shoving, you know, bleached all-purpose flour into their mouth. That doesn't mean flour is a bad ingredient. What are you going to use to make cake? It just doesn't make any sense to me, is what I'm trying to say. Now, there's an argument. First off, I didn't realize that Black Candle was going to put us in an over 50% deal with the devil state, so I'm in love with that. But there's probably some debate over whether it's better to take Black Candle or it's better to go with there's options. I've made my peace with Black Candle. I think immediate benefit is probably more important than, you know, long-term consistent gain right now. We have to make a decision for our future, you know? What's better to spend money on, a college degree or a sandwich? Well, how hungry are you? It's not really, I mean, if a college degree costs as much as a sandwich, let me put it this way, it better be one good sandwich or the world's worst college degree. If you'll excuse me, I just had to check a relevant message there, nothing to fear. Turning on cheat engine. I know, you're like, use the black hole to do something. No, I'm saving it for the boss, which is going to be Pin, and it's going to suck Pin up, and it's going to ruin his day. That's how we're going to do this. Now, I'm not getting my hopes up. You know, I don't know if anybody else feels the same way as me about you now, but yeah, I'm going to take advantage of this right here. 49% in my head, 50-50. 51%, it's like a third. Because when it's over 50%, my brain is like, oh, we got a real good chance. But then I have to remind myself that it's not really that good of a chance, you know? 49% is like, oh, it might as well be 50-50. But 51 is like, don't let yourself get too confident. Don't expect it to hit. This is my XCOM phobia talking. You should not be able to teleport while you're in the black hole. Who do you think you are, Matthew McConaughey? Hey, get out of there and stop spoiling Christopher Nolan's magnum opuses, which would actually be The Dark Knight. But anyway, yeah, I think The Dark Knight's better than Interstellar, okay? I will... See, I told you. Still happy with the item, but how do we get into this item room? We don't. Still happy with what we got. I love a lot of Christopher Nolan films. I like a lot of Christopher Nolan films as well. What Christopher Nolan films do I love? Memento is amazing. Didn't Christopher Nolan do the remake of Insomnia with Al Pacino and Robin Williams as well? That's an amazing movie. Not enough people have seen that movie. I also love The Dark Knight. I think that it's one of the best superhero movies ever made. A taut thriller in its own right. I will go to bat for The Dark Knight, even though I don't like a lot of the other DC movies. It's kind of a different beast, you know? I like Batman Begins, and I'm okay with The Dark Knight Rises. I think The Dark Knight Rises almost got a little too Christopher Nolan, even for me, but I like Dunkirk. I like Interstellar. I guess there's none that I dislike. I don't know, if you're gonna ask me, my least favorite Christopher Nolan movie might actually... dude, I love Inception. I understand it's almost like a little bit of a caricature. Oh, as a 20 to 29-year-old man likes a Christopher Nolan movie, I never would have expected that. I'm watching Ingmar Bergman films. Wild Strawberries, you ever heard of it? Probably not. Too busy watching Caped Garbage. Okay, I get it. You're a scholar, all right? You're watching my videos, so, you know, try not to offend yourself too much in the end of the day. That all being said, I think it's gotta be Dark Knight Rises, least favorite Christopher Nolan film. Either that, you know, this is... Oh, have you seen the student film he made in 11th grade? No, I haven't seen the student film he made in 11th grade. Well, that's probably worse than the... Okay, sure. I don't even think The Dark Knight Rises is that bad. It's probably like a... In my methodology, it's probably a 6. But it's a solid 6, not a flaccid 6. Now, flaccid 6, you know, if you remade it, I suppose it could become a hard 8, but... That's a Quentin Tarantino movie, not a Christopher Nolan thing, so let's move along. I'm trying to distract myself from the fact that this run is still very, very questionable. Damage is above average or average. Spacebar item is good. Everything else could use a little bit of luster. Now, it's my own fault. I keep opening golden chests instead of going to item rooms. The Bone Heart is actually like maybe one of our top 3 best items. And I know that you might resist the characterization of it as an item, but I do it just for, you know, to put it in context, it's a contextualization bone heart. It's basically worth like 2 HP upgrades. Now, milk, incredible. Now, I don't know what I was complaining about over the course of this entire run, because now that we picked up milk, I don't really see how the run could fail. Milk, also my favorite Christopher Nolan movie. I thought Sean Penn was amazing in it. Ha ha ha, but actually I've never seen Milk. The movie I've seen 10 times. I've never seen, you know, the nutritional slurry produced from an animal's mammary glands. The concept of milk seems so secure. Now, this is, and I've been doing too much like free association commentary here. It's like a Ferlinghetti poem, okay? So what we gotta do here is just keep these guys on the level and knock a little ghost pepper shot into the middle there. And we're guaranteed a deal with the devil, which, if there is a benevolent God in the universe, will be somewhat related to damage. I don't care if it's, you know, 2 hearts. I don't care if it's 1 heart. I don't care if it's amazing or if it's just decent, but it has to be related to damage. If it's not related to damage, we're out. We're gonna be in trouble. Now, Gertie is not going anywhere, but neither are Gertie's shots. By the way, Gertie actually not being hit by black hole, nothing on Earth has ever made me more upset. And I did take a little bit of damage from being a fool. I got too close to the sun in order to place a bomb. I regret it immensely. But hey, we got hit, and we got a 2 fire rate increase as a result of getting hit. So I don't know what this guy's complaining about. He's got the whole world. And then just imagine a clap sound. In his hands, he's got the whole wide world. Has that made it into a DC trailer yet? You know, they're always doing the moody cover of an 80s song. He's got the whole world. That's like a snap. In his hands. He's got the whole... That would be a great eerie trailer for Infinity War Part 2. Don't at me. Okay, we did still get the deal. We still got our bone heart. No Krampus, please. Thank you. Thank you so much for the Krampsless situation. Now, we have to walk carefully here. Now that we got the red heart, we have to walk a little less carefully, but... Mark. Important. And then a half-price ability to fly. Okay. I'm going to go back for the consumables, because I think this run is touchy. I'm willing to take the chance. You know, I'm also going to go back a little bit further. I am going to open, and this is, again, highly debatable, but I'm going to open these golden chests I didn't get to open before. So we got HP. Yes, we wouldn't have had to pay for the ability to fly, but, you know me, I would have done it anyway. Ace of Diamonds is worth something. That was worth 2 keys. Even though we have none now, I would do that again, I think. And I'm also gonna very quickly check up here. Fair. Alright, take me out of here. Yeah, I mean, we're good. For now. Not great. Rate of fire is still just absolutely god-awful, but we got a much better defensive setup. And we can start to build something here. You notice... There's 2 very common Isaac words that have not come out of my mouth so far. Can you guess what they are? Turkey sandwich. That's right. Haven't even talked about the turkey sandwich I ate for lunch today because I'm so focused on Isaac. Nah. The 2 words that have not appeared are obviously boss rush. Because there is a very, very, very low chance. And moreover, we probably shouldn't be thinking about it at all. I think boss rush, I've really started to value it, dare I say, more appropriately. The number of runs on which it tends to be useful, it's on the low side, you gotta admit. Okay? You re-roll them, because you could turn some of the pennies into nickels, as we just did. Nah. We need keys desperately, but I was obviously hoping to get a blood bank in here. We saved this key. This is a shop key. Excuse me, sir. Highly rude maneuver you just... Hey! A highly rude maneuver you just made right there. I still think we got a chance here. mean, obviously we have a chance. But this is one... You get it settled into kind of like an inertia or an equilibrium when you play a lot of Isaac, right? Like, I never want to oversell the difficulty of a run, because it strikes me as too nakedly YouTubery to be like, I don't know, guys, how this one's gonna go, even though, working towards Beelzebub. And I'm sorry, Black Hole, which is awesome, but I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I would like my streak to get real high. You know, we've won a lot of our recent runs. You know, we've probably won like, I don't know, at least 28 or 29 of our last 30. So I don't want to make it seem like it's impossible, but this is really, it's a tougher one than usual. So I just, you know, I rely on you guys kind of accepting that when the run's easy, I go, hey, this, I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt. It's an easy run. You know how it's going to go. We'll try to talk a little bit about, you know, whether you prefer gorillas or blur, and how that directly correlates to your birth year. And then on a run like this, you know, when I say it's tough, you know that I'm feeling the heat a little bit. Saving grace of this run, we've taken very, very little damage, and we're gonna be in a position to take even less as a result of being able to fly. But our damage still leaves an unbelievable amount to be desired. We basically have, if you want to think of it like this, be my guest. We basically have an 8 rate of fire with a 2.9 damage stat. If that helps conceptualize it, that's fine. If I'm being honest with you, we actually have worse than an 8 rate of fire, 2.9 damage, because if we had that, we would be able, to get more Ghost Pepper plays. Now, Sack of Sacks helps a lot here. I probably should have just bought the compass. Hey! That's the first time we've been hit since Gimpy, I think. We've been to item room, we've been to shop. I would like the money to buy compass, but it's not a mission critical item, if I'm being honest. Save your reroll, you got a 40% chance of a deal with the devil. Okay, okay. I mean, that hurt a great deal, but we are starting to... We're starting to create winning conditions. Just don't... I mean, actually, we can take a lot of damage here without risking anything. I'm just trying to get him to walk into Lost Protector. Oh, my lord. That's, you know, not bad. Didn't beat the odds, but, I mean, come on. We got a little damage up. That's like our 5th ability to fly. So that's pretty cool. If only instead of 5 abilities to fly and 1 damage, we had 1 ability to fly and 5 damage. Then we could start being a little bit more positive. Still, no complaints. Sort of. I wish I had more Christopher Nolan to talk about. Are you an idiot? That's like, somebody links Christopher Nolan to the video. First thing he hears, Christopher Nolan, are you an idiot? Well, I never. That's what he sounds like in my head. He's like an old British mine owner. Because it's the Depths one, I'm totally fine with this. We got such a good deal with the devil chance. No, 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 no. Come stay away. Come stay away from me. I am mad at you. We don't really have the speed to be hanging out in this room, you know? It's a very spooky situation for me. This is what I mean. We can keep him at bay with bombs a little bit. Thank God. And thank God they even gave me a deal with the devil. That doesn't always happen on this room. I think we have to try Judas's Shadow, just in case. I think that's a must take, and then you reroll that. And it's bad, so we're not going to take it. Alrighty. So we're still... You know, at some point you gotta stop investing in the future, you know? I don't want to be rude. If you're 99 years old right now and you go see your financial planner and he goes, what you should be doing is investing in wind power. You know, it might take 20 years, but eventually it's going to go up. You should fire that guy. And you should just go to the casino, put it all on black. People are way too paranoid about having to add that. That's a joke. Don't actually do that at the end of things. If you're 95 and you're listening to this video, go ahead and do it. I worry sometimes. People, they have no respect for human beings. If you, I hate to say this, is going to make me sound a little callous. If you're the kind of person who would hear a YouTuber say, go to the casino, put your money on black. I'm not going to say you deserve to lose. What I'm going to say is you deserve to double your money, which you definitely would if you went there. Isn't there, there's like an unspoken contract that it's clearly satire. I hope, at least. And once I receive a summons in the mail that's like, I did it because you said I couldn't lose, and then I'll be a little bit more, I'll care about the issue. I'll be a little bit more respectful and considered, perhaps. Hey. Well, you'll notice, you know, I'm slow in my roll when it comes to exploration. It's because I really only want to hit the rooms that are giving me maximum potential. Oh, you son of a gun, dude. You're being a real jerk. I just want a single blood bank. Even our speed is still kind of bad. Yo, pheromones, that could work. I can't get in there anymore, but it could work. I always hear, like, Twitch streamers. Even on the NLSS, it happens all the time. You know, someone will make a joke and then like, you know what I ate for lunch? Glass. And then we'll be like, no, don't do it. Obviously. I hope it's obvious at least. Unless, do we have to McBain every joke? That's the joke. Hey, McBain, you stink! I thought you were my friend because you had a heart, and then I realized I made you have a heart. That's not a friend at all. If you gotta make your friend have a heart, that's no friend. That's a charmed minion. Dude, I'm kind of losing my mind, genuinely here. Not genuinely. See, that one I prefaced myself because I was worried that people would be worried about me. Mentally, I feel sound in a relatively sane place. But in this Isaac run, I'm just letting you know, I'm starting to lose focus a little bit. And I really, you know, I feel like losing focus is a lot like getting tired. People think that, you know, if you just will yourself, you can stay focused forever. But focus, I really look at it as if it's, you know, it's a... What's the word I'm looking for here? It's a limited quantity. People think I'm easily distracted. I'm not easily distracted, nor am I easily bored. Yes, in Tabletop Simulator, I start spawning things on the board when people take 15 minutes to take their turns. Yes, I'm aware sometimes I take 15 minutes to take my turns. I'm not really going, hey, jerk, speed up. I'm just saying, I'm not going to sit here with my thumb on my butt while you're taking a long time. I'm going to be doing something productive, like spawning a little Groot on the stage and then going, I'm Groot. You know, when I'm in class, I have a surprise. You would be amazed. You would be like, where is Northernlion? Northernlion doesn't exist in class. That's Ryan. I have a laser focus. The teacher says, how you doing today, class? I put on my hand. He says, yes, Ryan. I say, very good. He says, that's not really the way we do things here. You know, it's being a little bit hyper literal. We did just get Beelzebub. That's hilarious. Yet another ability to fly. Sure, I'll gulp Child's Leash for no reason, because that trinket has no reason to exist. So there's a couple plays here. Anyway, what I was going to say is, focus, it's, I do think it's a limited resource, you know? Once you use enough of it, you got to wait till the next day. Or at least a few hours. So this run, it's pulling a lot of focus out of me, but I'm doing my darndest. Probably the worst play I've ever made with respect to when I'm drowsy pill. I'm doing my darndest to stay focused for the rest of this run while it's hyper relevant. Okay, goodbye PhD. While it's hyper relevant to my interests of staying alive. And then after that, I'll probably record like 2 or 3 more. So we're in the danger zone. But hey, that's life, you know? Maybe I'll be proven wrong today. I'll find out it's an unlimited resource with a never-ending well of focus from deep within. So I'm very happy that we got Blue Baby's Only Friend. It's nobody's favorite item in the game, but I like it a lot. I like this. I like Ludo. I feel like we're in a much mellower Isaac existence than has ever existed in the game's lifespan. People used to get, not mad, but there would be like, you know, serious criticism that's like, does Northernlion take Ludovico too much? And I took it all to heart, you know? So I was like, maybe Ludo's boring, I won't take it anymore, even though I like it. Now I feel like, you know, the audience is less, and that's fine. People have mellowed out, and they're more like, hey, more Isaac content, something to fall asleep to, I should say. No deal with the devil here, that's okay too. I'm taking a little, very Buddhist approach, a very Zen-like mantra. We're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win. That's the mantra. And, what's the difference between a mantra and an anthem? Well, that was our mantra. And this is the anthem. Get all your hands. Yeah. You guys like Good Charlotte? They're going to pop off soon. I'm telling you. That band, they got a real chance to make it. I've been listening to a lot of underground bands. Them and a little band out of Columbus, Ohio called Fallout Boy. That's right, named after the Simpsons character from Radioactive Man. You got the reference, my fellow sir. They're gonna shape the music landscape. Guaranteed. At this point, I'm really in like BFF territory. I would love to get more deals with the devil. I would love to get something that changes my visage so it doesn't appear like I have a milk mustache. Especially when I'm like, what's milk? I've never heard of this milk stuff. Are you talking about glue? But flying, Blue Baby's Only Friend, it's doing something. We got a chance. Don't you dare. Oh my god, it worked. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta brace for impact. I don't communicate in a voice. Thank you for this. That's our first rate of fire increase. I don't think about, and I think everybody's in the same boat here most of the time, but when I'm playing Isaac, I don't think about what I'm doing. Like, I don't say, hey, brain, move me to the left very slightly, most of the time. There's some rooms where that's plausible, like on the rooms where the, you know, the turrets shoot and then they rotate their shots 45 degrees after they shoot, so they go like north, northwest, north, northwest. You get the idea, in 4 directions. On that one, I think it's capable, you know, use your higher order processing. Most of the time, though, it's like an unspoken conversation. My brain just goes, I'm doing this. Sometimes I have to tease out what my brain is doing. Like when on the first floor, I was moving around between shots, and I was going, hold on, brain, why are you doing that? And then my brain was like, so that I'm constantly repositioning so that if we get a ghost pepper shot, it hits the enemies like at the midpoint if possible. And I was like, you know, brain, that's so smart. Why didn't you give me that piece of information earlier so I could work it into commentary, and then people might actually like think I've got a functioning cerebral cortex instead of hiding the information away like you hide your love away in a Beatles song. And then my brain said, frig you, buddy. I don't think Gimpy's worth it. I think we'll take this mostly for the extra heart, but with 0.67 luck, I don't see Gimpy playing a role in this run. I'm sorry to tell you, Gimpy. I don't think you're fit for this one. I think Incubus was a much better option. I also still think that Blue Baby's Only Friend is better. But now we got 2 tools at our disposal, if you know what I mean. It's a shame, but I mean, I think the speed at which we're killing enemies is telling us everything we need to know. I think we're using the right setup. Hello? Dolby Digital Surround Sound. Almost got hit. I was using audio cues. That's not just like... That's my catchphrase whenever I'm in danger or I feel like I'm endangered. Dolby Digital Surround Sound, Batman! Okay, keep it up. I think... I'm not asking for praise on this run. If I wanted praise, I would listen to a Fatboy Slim song, okay? I would listen to Rockefeller Skank, and then when people walked by, they'd be like, nice taste in music. And I would be like, thanks for the praise, brother. Hagalas. All I want you to do is recognize that I'm the best Isaac player on Earth because of runs like this, where I really think I've been hit. You know what? That was really good. Anytime... So I'm learning valuable lessons. Anytime I seek a compliment, the universe comes in and it goes right on my doorstep. And there it goes again. It's totally not my own fault for not paying attention and walking into those. It's the universe's fault. I don't know why the universe does so many negative things to me. Just blame it on... Just let me spin the wheel of Twitter. What are we blaming it on today? I don't have a good answer for this that's not going to make people angry, so I'm just going to shut my friggin' mouth. Okay, thank you, Blue Baby's only friend. No deal. We didn't necessarily deserve a deal, but I thought maybe they'd be merciful. This should be a highly easy victory. You know, Incubus is great. If we die, we respawn as Dark Judas. That was low-key. That was such a good pickup. You know, Judas's shadow was basically life insurance. You know, life insurance. That thing that when you buy, after you die, it brings you back to life, but stronger. Well, I think, you know, Wheel of Fortune. We don't need Hagalas. We got bombs. So take the devil. Wheel of Fortune is good enough to take down to the chest and not even close to good enough to use on this floor. Unless we get really strapped for HP. Don't need him. Oh my lord. It's one of those times, most of the time you want enemies on the screen so you know what to expect. This time, probably could have done without. By the way, I want to point out, many, many moons ago, I said that the Bone Heart was our most valuable item. I will not let you die, Bone Heart. You don't get to die until I give the order for you to die. What did I tell you? We're not letting it go that easy. In fact, if anything, it's just making a sacrifice and hollowing itself out right now so that we have the opportunity to get permanent Polaroid invincibility while still enjoying some of the benefits of having a little bit of HP to, you know, we're not on like 1 HP is what I'm trying to say. One of these days, I'm telling Incubus, I know you've been sitting around. Incubus, you're like Thatcher Demko right now. Canucks prospect, just chilling back in Utica. Waiting for the day. Jacob Markstrom or Anders Nilsson goes down with a little bit of an injury. You come up, play a couple games, and then you cement your role as the starter for the 2019-2020 season. But I'm telling you, you don't want any part of this trash fire right now. You just stay there. We'll call you when we need you. You're going to be an invaluable part of this organization. But for the time being, just stay cool. Look at that. We're free. I actually do not want Bloody Penny. The only reason we would have it is to refill are bone hard. I'm happy with it where it stands. So Sister Maggie, not really worth much. Depression, not really worth that much. Mom's Bra, you know, not really worth that much. We're content to wait for now. I'm content to wait, at least. We've already... It's one of those things, you know, we've done so much hard work on this run. You know, we've walked around enemies. We've placed the blue fly, pardon me, on top of them. And we've waited for them to die from the safety of our rock enclosure. It's very difficult work. People always come to me and they say, NL, I dig ditches for a living. I tar roads in the hot summer sun. It's so hard. Your videos get me through, you know, the monotony and the heat and the back-breaking labor of manual work. And I say, you know what? You know, that sounds hard, but have you ever tried playing video games for 8 hours on and off? Trying to keep up with the speed of chat and respond to them in an erudite fashion? Here's the thing, you know, you're out there, you know, you're an architect, you hang drywall for a living, you know? You're using your body, sure, that's great. As a streamer, I'm using my body and my brain. You have to be in peak physical condition to sit down for upwards of 10 hours a day sometimes, eating delivery, reading constant strings of text messages. Oh, we love you, we love you. Oh, you're so funny and smart and handsome. This has gone on too far. It really takes it out of you, okay? Ooh. Here's the thing, because apparently we got 15 minutes left in this run anyway. I think streaming is not as easy as some people think it is. I think there are uniquely difficult parts of streaming, but I also think streaming is easier, my bone hard, than just about every streamer on planet Earth thinks it is. Here's the thing. I feel like most of the time, when you get streamers together, and I've been one of them, and in many ways I still am, considering that this is my job. But, and plus I have allegiance to them over you, just so you know, because like they're my colleagues. I mean, you allow me to continue living the dream and buying groceries and stuff like that. But, you know, it's at the after work social, you know, we're all talking about the foibles of the job. But whenever you get streamers together, there's a lot of like, oh man, you wouldn't understand how hard it is to be a streamer. And I'm like, yeah, but like, it's also like pretty sick, right? And everyone goes, oh yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining. There are probably people out there who think that it's easier than it actually is. Who are like, oh, you just sit down on a chair and press a button, you're good to go. Some streamers are like that. Even that I wouldn't necessarily say is, you know, easy. You know, you gotta get... They got a following for a reason, you know, they're charismatic, they're good at the game, whatever. It's not like an easy job, necessarily, but whenever I hear streamers complain, I'm like, shut up. You're making us look bad. I don't want to be needlessly contrarian or sell out, you know, any other people on the platform. You know, I don't think my colleagues are necessarily bad about this. You wouldn't. Okay. But, you know, I see other streamers, like, one person made a mean comment. I'm going to make a tweet about it that gets 3,000 likes that are like, just remember, people out there like you. And I'm like, they do. Of course, that's why one of the reasons why doing the job is so sick. So yes, we're going to take the Wiz. Yes, we're going to take Hemolacria. I actually don't think we need to take the Finger. I think we'll re-roll it because we can. And, I mean, it's not good to get Dogtooth. This is a very minor damage upgrade. So I would be very, very surprised if we didn't have to respawn as Dark Judas, but that's what it's there for. So we're going to enact a new principle, and I'm going to stop complaining about people I work with or around, because it's bad. It's a bad look in general. Bleed purple. I'm just saying, I really thought When I quit my teaching job and I started doing YouTube and Twitch. One of the things I was worried about, genuinely, is that I wouldn't work as hard when I was doing it full time because you lose the hunger, you know, you lose the... Once you're there, I imagine, like, I'm not comparing myself to the greatest professional athletes of all time, mostly because, again, as I've told you, sure, they use their bodies, but I have to use my body and my brain. So I think I'm, like, at least twice as good at my job as Michael Jordan was, is what I'm trying to say. There we go. But, you know, I haven't lost the hunger. But I think, you know, if you're a professional athlete, oh, I got my $20 million contract from the Washington Wizards. What am I going to do this offseason? Whatever I want. Nah, I'm staying hungry. I'm also very frightened of the way that this run looks right now. Thank you for sequestering yourself on this side of the screen. You! Crank that soldier boy. We gotta pay attention. Well, okay, I'll tell you one thing right off the bat. First shot I took, loving the damage. Give me some demon hearts or some spirit hearts. I would like to win my run. Give me some spirit hearts. I'll take demon hearts. That would be a lot of fun. Bum, bum, bum. Won't you give me some HP? 'Cause I'd like to win the run. Most of the lyrics sound similarly. Whackity schmackity boom. Probably not gonna make it into the all-time classics category. Dude, big ups to the soul though. Probably, I'm not gonna say it doubles our chances of success. I think it adds a little bit to our chance of success. Yo, 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 okay. This one, it's just amazing the fact that we're able to actually clear out the enemies a little faster. Makes that room so much easier to get through. That was highly scary. So we have a secret room. Yeah, okay. I think, again, if you thought that I wasn't as good at my job as Michael Jordan, I have to remind you, who decided to take Judas' shadow? That was me, and here I am. About to win the run as a direct result of that flu game level play. Sorry, my friend. Probably should have played you for HP. Instead, we're going to go Libra and just get real silly with it. And I love it. That's absurd. This run has changed so much in the last, like, 5 rooms. Look at this Hemolacria dunce cap setup we got going on. This is wonderful. The soul also just deflected an Ipecac shot back at the enemy that fired it. I'm in love. That's a guppy item. I was going to say you take your guppy item and get fudged. Beautiful finish. Okay. Again, it's been a little touch and go for the past few runs, but there's a big old W to take us to win 21. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.